team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kansas State's offense will go on the attack first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On the run, it's Sharp. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. What a start this would be. This crowd roaring to try to get an early 3 and out. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's caught. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know...
And the defense got him at the 27.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And if the kicker can put one through, this would be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again.
There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First and 10 for the offense. Rides the back and leaves it. At the 45 on his way. Lots of running room. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Horton. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I think turning it off, he smashes his way through again. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's sharp. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for second down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over Jacksonville State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Working that left side now. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Muscling ahead on third and short. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man down the middle.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play on that fourth down. The coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like a pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed. So hard to stop.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. Sometimes turning your nose up at easy points can come back to bite you, but can they make it pay off by converting on 4th down? Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking for room. It's sharp. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
This is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my rump. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Scrambling away. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Handoff to the lone back. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Using his legs, it's Burden. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And Yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And here comes the punt team. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Zings it complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Off-play action on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sharp. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got him this time. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Wildcats are rolling down the field. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. The give to the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? And he gets it out past the sticks. It'll be first down for Kansas State. This crowd knows when to bring it. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, this offense will go back. attack. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Got the first down, looking for more. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably looking for the end zone. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Getting set for the point after.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Got room at the 35. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Wildcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Going for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pocket breaking down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Kansas State! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Give to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
He's going to take off. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Puts it out of the air. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Power football with the run. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Makes the grab. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the missed connection on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 21 over Jacksonville State. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear them.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. At midfield, he's got room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The give on the option. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to pop the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Unleashes one. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for two? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go up top on second and short. Got his man downfield. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Line gets set, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Field is condensed, not a lot of room to work with here on third and goal in overtime. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, there's being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes a connection. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. He got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. He wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Trailing by a touchdown, third and goal, and they have to have it here in overtime. Looking to throw on third and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Motion from the wideout. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This thing has been back and forth now. First and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed behind the line. It's sharp. Touchdown, Kansas State. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Steps away. Right on target this time. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up fourth down. One more stop by this defense wins it. Fourth and long in overtime. On fourth down, going to the air. Can't make the grab. The desperation fourth down play, and this one is over. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss.